Good day and welcome to 𝗟𝗣𝗚 Center for Personal and Holistic Growth Light Sharing. I am Joshua and my topic is From Darkness to Light. In life, there are moments we find ourselves covered in darkness, times of suffering, uncertainty, and hardship that seem to have no end. It is in these moments that we can relate deeply to the story of Job, a figure who is in the face of profound loss, illness, and despair, questioned not only the circumstances, but also the very nature of God's justice. Job's story is one of the tremendous suffering. It is also a story of profound hope. In the midst of his agony, he cries out, "I wish I died in my mother's womb or died at the moment I was born." His suffering is so deep that even wonders if it would have been better that he would not born at all. But despite of this darkness, holds into a flickering light of hope, saying, "Though he slay me, yet I hope in him." This profound faith is the possibility of light, even in the deepest darkness, invites us to trust in God's providence. Job's story illustrates a key human experience. Suffering often led us into profound encounter with the unknown. Yet, it is in that unknown, in that place of darkness, that hope is born. St. Thomas Aquinas, a philosopher and theologian, offers us the powerful understanding of hope. Hope is the light that guides us through our struggles. It is not mere optimism or wishful thinking, but a theological virtue that orients us towards the fulfillment of God's promises, even when we cannot see that way. In the depths of suffering, Aquinas reminds us that hope is rooted in the belief that God's providence is working, even when it seems invisible. As the Apostle Paul reminds us, "For hope we are saved, but hope is sin is no hope at all." Who hopes for what they already have? Hope for Paul is about trusting what we cannot see yet, trusting that God's light will shine through our darkness. In the light of this hope, we see the power of transformation. Hope allows us to see beyond the current suffering, to believe that light can emerge from the deepest darkness. Job's restoration was not just physical, it was spiritual. After these trials, Job declares, "My ears had heard you, but now my eyes have seen you." Through this journey, he found an understanding of God's vastness, a deeper wisdom, and a renewed sense of trust. It's a reminder for us that even in moments where we feel abandoned or lost, the promise of light, of God's presence and goodness is never far. Jesus himself assures us, "I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness, but have the light of life." As we reflect in this concept of hope, we are reminded of the timely declaration of Pope Francis, who proclaimed the year 2025 as Jubilee Year of Hope. In this year, the Church calls us to reflect on the gift of hope in our lives, to remember that even in the most trying moments, we are not abandoned. The Jubilee Year is an invitation to journey together from darkness to light, with the Church as a beacon of hope to guide us. Pope Francis calls on all of us to deepen our trust in God's love, to open our hearts to His light, and to share that light to those around us. In this year of hope, we are reminded that darkness of suffering will never have the final word, because light through God's presence always prevails. As we face trials, let us hold fast to the hope that Job teaches us, the hope that Aquinas illuminates, and the hope that Pope Francis inspires. For the end of darkness, light will always emerge. And we are reminded in the book of Psalms, "The Lord is my light, my salvation. Whom shall I fear?" Thank you so much for listening. Once again, this is 𝗦𝗘𝗟𝗚 Center for Personal and Holistic Growth, Light Sharing. In burning, we give light. Everyone matters.